Katie, about a week ago, I sent you a podcast from the HBR Ideacast series that was entitled To Gain Customer and Employee Loyalty, Go Beyond Good Enough. And in this podcast, the host, Audie Ignatius, was interviewing an author, Marcus Buckingham, who wrote a book called Design Love In: How to Unleash the Most Powerful Force in Business. And I sent this to you and I said, this is all about experience design, and I think you're going to love it. What did you do with that?
I thought, oh God, I have to listen to a podcast and have a thought that I can share back with Peter. And I left it till the last possible minute to listen to it. But I did listen to it. And of course, it resonated. It was really interesting. I'm happy that we're talking about it.
Well, I'm relieved because anytime I share something like that, I always in the back of my head feel like I'm sending somebody homework or I'm giving them a chore to do in a life that is already too filled with stuff. So I try to be a really careful curator. And when I first started listening to this episode, honestly, I was doing the dishes and I was kind of like tuning it out. And about a third of the way in, it hooked me. And he started bringing up some really interesting concepts that I knew I wanted to have a deeper conversation with, maybe even design a workshop around in the future. So the fact that he brought in love, and I'm glad that was the thing that opened it up for you. That can be really polarizing. Just the use of that word in a business context can make some people immediately shut down. But I thought he did a really good job of making the case for why a conversation around love belongs when you're talking about employees or products or brand loyalty. Here's what he said.
Love isn't a soft coating of niceness. It's not kumbaya, and it's not flattened into kissing in front of the Eiffel Tower with chocolates. Love is the precursor for productive human behavior.
Did that land with you?
I think for many reasons it landed with me. To hear an English guy talking about love when he really didn't want to use the word love, I think that's probably why he's articulated so clearly what he means by that. And I think what also resonated for me was I always thought I think he uses a scale of 5 out of 5 being love. Like, someone emphatically loves a product, talks about it. It's a definite yes. When I think about that in experience, and of course I go to myself and think about delivering workshops, 4 out of 5 sounds pretty good. If I have a room full of people who leave with a 4 out of 5, I kind of think I've nailed it. And so I think it's just left me thinking about what do I need to do to make it a 5 out of 5? And also the outcome piece of it needs to be a 5 out of 5 because we really see sustained behavioral change if folks have a 5 out of 5 experience. And so I think what Marcus talked about there, and that he had a process, here are the 5 stages and this is how you do it and this is how you come back into it. That's what hooked me. That's what I found really interesting about it.
Yeah, and he said that, there can be elements within your overall experience that are 5s, but if you have a 2 or 3 that, that's part of that journey, that can be enough to torpedo the whole thing. So he really said a 5 process isn't good enough. You need a 5 experience. That's what people say they really loved when they're advocating either the employer they're working for or the brand experience they're having. So I am excited I've heard enough in this podcast that makes me want to read the book that he put out there and kind of dig into that 5-step framework and figure out if there is some stuff there that we as curators of smart ideas can bring to the work that we do.
Yeah, I think the same thing. I want to read the book. I think that I'll apply it personally to my design when I'm thinking about the workshop. And I think it's something that could be broadly applied, whether it be for employee engagement or within organizations. It's another tool for folks to have in their belt. There's design thinking, there's experience design, so definitely I'm looking forward to reading the book now.
Yeah. And if you've watched this video this far and you're still with us, we want to know what you think. So we're going to put a link to the podcast in the first comment below here. And if it resonates with you, let us know, because we would love to continue this conversation, pull this apart a little bit further and feel the love.
Yeah. Come nerd out with us.